Hi boys and girls, today we're going to talk about comparison shopping, and this is something that you need to know even as an adult or as yourself, because sometimes you have money that you're going to spend, maybe from a Christmas present or birthday. But we're going to talk about a couple terms before we get started. The first one is consumer, and a consumer is a person who acquires products or services. So that means that's the person that's going to go out and buy something. Or maybe if you're going to have a service, that would be like if you went to get your hair cut, that would be a service. Or get your oil changed on a car or something like that. We also need to know what a unit price is, and that would be the price per item per unit of measure. So what would we do to find the unit price of an item? And how would we know if we were getting a good deal on a product or a service? Well, we're going to have to figure out how to calculate the unit price for each item and choose the best deal. So let's see how. I've got two scenarios here. I've got store A, where I can get a package of pens and the cost is $4.20. Each package contains 6 pens. I've got store B, where I can get a package of pens and the cost would be $6.40. Each package contains 8 pens. So how do I know which would be the better deal? If I look at the price, I can see that one is less than the other, but if I look at the number of pens that I get, one is more than the other. So I actually need to know what the cost is per unit. That way I can figure out which is the better deal. So what I would need to do for the first store, for store A, if I can get 6 pens for $4.20, I need to figure out how much is it for 1 pen. So I'm going to set up a division problem. And I'm going to take my $4.20 and I'm going to divide that by 6. And I know that 6 does not go into 4. So I'm going to have a 0 here. But 6 does go into 42 7 times. So 6 times 7, I get 42. And I'm going to subtract that and I get 0. 6 doesn't go into 0. And I bring down a 0, 6 doesn't go into those at all, so a 0 goes up here. So I know that at store A, I can get 1 pen, or the unit price for 1 pen is 70 cents. Now we need to calculate for store B. $6.40 divided by 8, because we get 8 pens. 8 doesn't go into 6, so I'm going to put a 0. I'm going to put my decimal point. 8 goes into 64 8 times. Multiply 8 times 8. 64, subtract 0. 8 doesn't go into 0. Bring the 0 down. And again, I put a 0 up here. So at store B, the cost is going to be 80 cents, where at store A it was 70 cents. So even though I'm getting a lesser amount here at store A, this is still the better deal. So store A would be a better deal because the pens are 10 cents less each. Let's look at our next example. We have Jim's Market and we have Bob's Store, and they're both selling bagels. I can get bagels $3.60 for 6 of them at Jim's Market, or I can go to Bob's and get them for $4.20 and get 10 of them. What's the unit price? Because again, I have one price smaller than the other, and I have more bagels at one store than I do another. So let's figure out the unit price at Jim's. We're going to take $3.60 divided by 6. 6 doesn't go into 3, so we're going to put a 0 here. 6 goes into 36 6 times. Multiply, subtract And 6 doesn't go into 0, bring down my 0, still doesn't go in. So it's 60 cents a bagel at Jim's. Let's look at Bob's. We have $4.20 divided by 10. Okay, 10 does not go into 4, so we're going to put a 0. I'm going to put my decimal point. 10 goes into 42 4 times. 4 times 10 gives me 40. I'm going to subtract. I have 2 left. 10 does not go into 2, but when I bring down my 0, 10 goes into 20 2 times. So 2 times 10 is 20. And I subtract, and I have 0 left. So 42 cents at Bob's. So when I look at my unit price, I can pay 60 cents a bagel at Jim's, or I can go to Bob's and pay 42 cents a bagel, and I actually get more bagels. So it would be better for me to go to Bob's in this example. Let's say that we have crackers that we're going to buy, and we have 1 pound is $2.40 in part A or store A, and then we have a B place that we could get them for 24 ounces, a 24-ounce box for $3.84. Well, we are not really comparing the same units here, so we have to do a conversion before we can even start. So we need to know that 16 ounces, right, are in 1 pound. Okay, so basically they're saying that I'm going to get 16 ounces for $2.40 and 24 ounces at $3.84. So I still need to know what my unit price is. I can go ahead and divide that out. So if I take my $2.40 for store A, and I'm going to divide that by 16 because I need to do ounces. And I know 16 doesn't go into 2, but it does go into 24 one time. So 1 times 16 is 16. Subtract that. Okay, 16 does not go into 8, so we're going to bring down this 0. 16 goes into 80. 5 times 16 is 80. Okay, so I'm going to pay 15 cents per ounce at store A, and then we're going to go ahead and figure it up for store B. $3.84 divided by 24, and 24 doesn't go into 3, but it does go into 38 one time. We're going to subtract that. 24 does not go into 14, so we're going to bring down this 4. 24 does go into 144 6 times. So 6 times 24 is going to give me 144. So that means I'm going to pay 16 cents per ounce at store B. So I would be getting a better deal at store A because I'm going to pay 1 cent less at store A. It's not much, but every cent counts, right? So just to review, when we are comparing, we need to find a unit price, and then we need to be able to determine which store has the better deal based on that unit price. So similar to our rate tables a little bit, we're just taking a different route to calculate our answers. So don't forget, when you are purchasing something, you are the consumer, and you need to figure out that unit price in order to figure out which has the better deal. So please make sure to write down any questions that you have and bring them to class. And don't forget your notes. I'll see you then.